Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI Television. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. First, the headlines. Tinubu seeks to strengthen cooperation with France to tackle terrorism. I am ready to lead coalition against Tinubu, APC, Atiku. AIG visits police fraud unit, cautions CP over detention period in cell. Dango Refinery begins diesel aviation fuel production. On sports, Egbe commends Tinubu, sport minister, for releasing funds to Super Eagles. The news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called for strengthened cooperation with France in combating the prevailing threat of terrorism in the country. Tinubu made the call on Friday in Abuja in a farewell meeting with the outgoing French ambassador to Nigeria, Emmanuel Blattman. The president appreciated Blattman for our dedication to enhancing relations between France and Nigeria and urged her to leverage her new role as Director for Africa to advocate the need to upgrade technical cooperation between Nigeria and France to defeat terrorism and violent extremism. Thank you for the hard work you've done in Nigeria and for President Macron to appoint you to a new position as Africa Director. It is a testament that you excel in your assignment in our country. You will always be welcome in Nigeria, our regional security. We want you to remind Paris at every opportunity that it is necessary to upgrade our technical cooperation in our joint effort to defeat terrorism and counter violent extremism in the region, he said. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar said the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 election, Atiku Abubakar, has expressed willingness to lead a coalition of opposition parties to oust the ruling APC Progressive Congress come 2027. He said this in a congratulatory message of governors of the PDP, whose elections were upheld by the Supreme Court on Friday. In a statement by his media aid officer in Abuja, he described the decision of the court as good news for the people of Bauchi, Plateau, Cross River, and Zamfara states, and indeed a win for constitutional democracy. The PDP presidential candidate also congratulated the governor of Kano State, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, reaffirming his position that only a united opposition force can strengthen democracy in Nigeria. Atiku was quoted as saying, "I am as prepared as ever to lead the charge alongside all our leaders and governors for the good of our country. Where justice is seen to have been substantially rendered, we as patriots and citizens will always applaud." Atiku equally said that by the verdict of the Apex Court, there is a guaranteed continuation of the standard of good governance which the PDP has brought to the respective states. He urged the respective PDP governors, namely Bala Mohammed of Bauchi, Dawda Lawal of Zamfara, Barrister Caleb Mutwang of Plateau, and Pastor Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom, to see their wins at the Supreme Court as an opportunity to consolidate and expand the scope of good governance that they have already established. Atiku noted that with the electioneering phase now concluded, he is certain that the PDP would now be able to focus on its role as the major opposition party in the country, with the party's able governors at the aim along with its humble self. The Assistant Inspector General of Police, Federal Criminal Investigation Department, FCID, Ikoyi, Lagos, Idowu Omonwa, has visited a special police fraud unit where he interacted with 20 detained suspects. Omonwa, who visited the unit as part of police formations under his watch on Friday, decided to visit the cell to see the number of detainees and their condition. This is contained in a statement issued on Friday by the spokesperson for the department, ASP Aminat Mayegun. The AIG was, however, after interaction with the suspect, not comfortable with the number of days some of them had spent at the SFU cell. He therefore cautioned the Commissioner of Police in charge of the unit against exceeding the period of detention. Omonwa emphasized the importance of consistent monitoring of the cell to prevent custodial violence. He highlighted the necessity to respect the rights of citizens in custody. The AIG stressed that his visit served as a reminder to officers to ensure human treatment and the fundamental rights of individuals in detention. Among were all sectional heads to take a proactive approach by routinely visiting the cell within their purview to ensure justice and preservation of human rights. Dangote Petroleum Refinery has commenced the production of diesel and aviation fuel. However, the refinery has yet to produce petroleum motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol. The Chief Branding and Communications Officers of Dangote Group and Tony Chiejina had late on Friday confirmed the commencement of operations to correspondents on ground. In a statement in early hours of Saturday, the Dangote Group clarified that it has commenced production of diesel and aviation fuel. He was said to have also thanked the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, and Nigerians for their support and belief in what he called the historic project. The chairman of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, elatedly thanked President Bola Tinubu for his support and encouragement towards the actualization of this project. Two cult groups, Neo-Black Movement, popularly called AYE, and the National Association of Airlords, also known as Air Confraternity, Shagamu chapter, have written letters of apologies to the Akaribo of Remoland, Oba Adewale Ajayi, asking him and other traditional rulers in Remoland to forgive them of their wrongdoings. The two groups in the viral letter pleaded for mercy and promised to abide by the laws of the country. While the letter from the Air Confraternity was dated December 22, 2023, that's of AYE was dated December 26. Shagamu had been immersed in fatal court clashes, said to have claimed no fewer than 30 lives. The leadership of the community, in collaboration with police, vigilance group, the So-Safe Corps, as well as Amotekun, had formed a task force to deal with the menace. The Air Confraternity, in its letter of apology and signed by Supreme Most Air Confraternity, said, "We, the above-named Association of Shagamu Chapter, hereby apologize to anyone and everyone in the community, as we are ready to cooperate and operate and follow any rules and regulations being laid down by the community to stop any further recurrence. We are deeply sorry once again. We are all making use of this medium in promising the community that Shagamu should and shall peacefully be till end of time." Similarly, the Neo-Black Movement later partly read that we, the above organization, want to use this opportunity in this medium to let the community know that we are a peaceful organization and will remain one. Still in Ogun, a shuttle bus driver, Philip Fiama of Shobande Close, Alagbole, Ajuwon, in Ifo local government area of Ogun State, has been reportedly stabbed to death after confronting a co-tenant, Ikem Chika Emmanuel, over allegation of sleeping with his wife. The sad incident was said to have occurred on Sunday at about 6:30 p.m. On that fateful day, Fiama was said to have called Emmanuel aside and demanded why he was allegedly sleeping with his wife. This was said to have led to a fight, during which Emmanuel did the act to the deceased. Fiama was said to have died while being taken to a hospital within the vicinity, while the prime suspect has also fled to an unknown destination. The spokesperson of Ogun State Police Command, SP Omolola Odutola, confirmed the killing while speaking to correspondents on Friday. This was reported to have led to a fight during which Ikem did the act to the victim by the chest. The disease was said to have been confirmed dead in one Tamara hospital. The suspect has escaped to an unknown destination and the case has been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, Ogun State Police Command Headquarters in Owerri, Abeokuta for discreet investigation. The police is also on the trail of the fleeing suspects. To end the news is a sports story. The Chief Executive Officer of Money Mitchell Group, Ebi Egbe, has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Minister of Sports, Senator John Eno, for the timely release of money to the Super Eagles ahead of the Nations Cup slated to kick off today in Côte d'Ivoire. The President on Monday, through the Sport Minister, announced the release of 12 billion naira to the NFF to enable it clear all outstanding debts of the team, as well as cover expenses for the prosecution of this year's AFCON. In a statement which he personally signed, Egbe, whose company has constructed many stadia in the country, including a Yimba International Stadium, Aba, and Mobolaji Johnson Sport Arena, Lagos, described the gesture as evidence of the President's love for sports and youth development. This kind and human gesture by the President shows that he is a football lover and has an interest of the development of the youth at heart. And I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. President and the Minister for Sports. We've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Tinubu 6 strengthened cooperation with France to tackle terrorism. I'm ready to lead coalition against Tinubu, APC, Atiku. AIG visit police fraud unit, caution CP over detention period in cell. Dango Refinery begins diesel aviation fuel. Court groups right Ogun monarch beg for forgiveness. On sport, Egbe commends Tinubu, sport minister, for releasing funds to Super Eagles. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Babagide Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawi Alibayo. Please like and follow the page. Thank you for watching. I am Maururi Rabila Lawal. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.